Hello everyone! Welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All! Today we're going to be going back to trial. It's the second half of the first trial, and honestly, last time, I feel like we learned nothing. Other than the fact that Trillo/Ben is still creepy, and they were trying to propose to Regina, and the monkey stole the ring, and blah 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 blah. We're no closer to figuring out who did this, and why, and how. So that's just great. Whole half of a trial, and we still know nothing. So maybe we'll figure something out today. Oh, hello, Max. I can't get over how everyone in this case is a creep. Like, stay away from the 16-year-old, man. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene.
So then, where were you when the murder took place?
We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? So you just stayed there, I guess? Reading your, what is that, marriage certificate? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back.
That's where the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right?
That's what it seems like.
But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right?
Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Okay, interesting. We can work with that, that's something.
Which means...
It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. But why? Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility.
Well done, Nick.
However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all I found at the crime scene was my silk hat. It is weird. But then again, I keep comparing this to the Steel Samurai. The person dressed as the Steel Samurai was the victim. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double,
Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something.
Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. Yeah, it's a decision everyone faces.
That's really cool.
Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Which is not what I need right now. Because I have zero theories. Welcome back.
Now that everyone is back from recess, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case without whipping anyone.
No promises, that's very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? That was kind of mean. Okay, he does look pitiful. Why is he so sad? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. Why are you so sad? You're gonna get whipped, buddy. Yep. Okay, I didn't even have time to read that. Name and occupation.
Will the witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish?
Was he? I didn't get to read it. It went too fast. I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. I don't know what this voice is because his voice changed a billion times last time.
What in the world are you talking about? This is wacky even for my wacky court. You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court.
Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? Great joke. The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Ah ha 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 ha. Funny. Okay. How about this?
Have you met the proctologist, Mr. Seymour Butts? How is that one? Hilarious. Blah, 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 blah. He keeps talking too fast. Your name. I'm not even mad at her for whipping in this case. Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct? Yes. Yes, it is. I don't know what this voice is. I can't figure this guy out. He's a clown. I don't know what to do for him. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a rat... Without the humor, please. Even I will kill you at this point. Okay.
Poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court.
I like wacky things, but this is too wacky for me. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I've been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. What kind of testimony is this, buddy? I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. This atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? Judge, kill him with your laser vision. Francisco, whip him. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness. Huh?
You will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case.
Really? You'll hear me out?
Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later.
Thank you. I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. That's gonna be the staff. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with our testimony? I'm getting angry. I'm gonna be late for Mahjong again because of you people. Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. No, that's not what I just said. I'm gonna be late. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. No, you don't. You could be saying anything, you know this, Judge.
Of course you can. There's no way that the account can be criticized.
Sure, it can. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. Ah ha ha! That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin with the defense's cross-examination. I want him to be dead and found guilty. Of what? I don't know. Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, you gotta find some kind of contradiction in his testimony.
I know that. Mr. Wright. Your Honor. I love you. Also, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling. I understand, Your Honor. When has anything I have ever done been pointless, Your Honor? You should know this. Any time that I bring stuff up, it's for good reason. I always win these. You're right. I don't know why I question you.
If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible with my whip.
Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. If I get whipped, it's your fault. Okay. Went to your room. And you're really tired. Why'd you glance out the window? You just happened to glance out the window? You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls, I will kill you.
Everyone just hates him.
Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either.
What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue? Oh. Sure. Why not? Exactly why did you look out your window that night?
Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they?
That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday.
Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. Oh, I guess you did say that.
I totally forgot.
It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot.
Your Honor, the witness looked out his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night.
Oh yeah, that is right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow!
That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, Francesca, you're just very slowly learning the pains of witnesses in this game. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
You're very right, Phoenix. Very well, Mr. Curls. Please revise your testimony.
I should start turning the tables in our favor.
I heard a huge noise outside the window, and that's what made me look outside. Okay, you saw two silhouettes. It's the ringmaster. And... wait.
Okay. How about this? You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head.
Please elaborate. With what? Yes, I did. It was the climax of my story.
He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? I have no idea. The weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right?
But you saw it! You saw it! That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon.
Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night?
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner.
I don't want to hear it because you're always harassing your own witnesses with the whip.
You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty.
Isn't this a bit melodramatic?
So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime?
Of course I do.
He's being sketchy.
It's so obvious. He's like so back and forth. I've got a great reason to make my claim. Just don't ask me what it is because I don't know yet.
And I suppose you'll be telling us all that great reason?
Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. It's weird.
What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Please elaborate.
Mo said that he had heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit.
He did say that.
However, Mo just stated the following under oath.
I kept watching them, and all of a sudden Max clonked the ringmaster over the head.
This is true. If Mo is to be believed, when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there is no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone.
Oh my god, more clown trivia.
I'm not even gonna try to read it.
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick!
These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth.
Well, you're finally back from your jog. How was it? Well, it pretty much happened the way I said.
Pretty much.
When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement.
Oh, did they know, Francisca?
Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses again.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So now you're saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? He's at a hotel. Yep, he was on a permanent vacation, as they say. Mr. Carls, that was very inappropriate. He's dead, Your Honor. You did not witness the actual crime, however, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well, then please testify to this silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, you will be dead by my laser vision and I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it.
I love that we all collectively hate this guy.
It was a bit far away, but that shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. The silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime.
It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes?
I'm easily convinced as always, and it is a decisive testimony.
Was Max really at the scene that night?
He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that.
All right, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. Again, you people, it could have been anyone wearing that.
It'd be so easy to frame him. Okay, I think it's this one. Silk hat, the black. He's only listing 2 of the symbols, and it's 3. So maybe this one? 'Cause it says 3 famous symbols. He's only listing 2 of them. You know? That's my guess? I don't think it'd be the silk hat. I'm gonna go with this. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols?
I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak. See, I knew it. He's only listing 2.
Oh. Mo. Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols.
That's right. 3 symbols.
Yay! Everyone get ready. All together now.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses. I thought we got the whole court involved. Everyone together.
What the?
Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one.
Looks very sad about it, though.
Isn't that right, Mo?
Do you like pie? I love pie.
Silence, fool. Your random facts. God, you're so annoying. What responds to the whole truth, no fractions.
Order! Order!
Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you?
To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
Uh-huh. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see what kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them.
The roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim.
If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case?
Yes, they are, Judge.
Clearly not. He's just toying with this court.
I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. It's true. I always get to the truth with very small facts. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those three ridiculous symbols. He did say that. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all three of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there was no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Like how he's like pointing to himself on the stand.
Ah! Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this...
Judge, forget the roses. Think about this other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this case up now. You being so insistent about it makes it suspicious. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. He sucks. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more to mature with age. What do you think of my quote? Was it very smart?
I'm not mature.
I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. I want to be able to sleep well at night.
What?
If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling.
A ruling? Jeez. It's awfully quick.
Nick, this is your last chance.
Okay, the silhouette part 2. Okay. There's no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Oh, but he couldn't have been because it fell off. I've gotcha.
Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this.
Just one chance? Jeez.
I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness.
When do I ever do that, Judge? Like, why people act like I do that? It's always for good reason.
You are going to prove to me that there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement. You'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
Only got a single shot at this. Gotta be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I need. I will impress you, Your Honor. Okay. I know what it is. He was wearing it the entire time. No, he was not. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind. Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see.
Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? The music just picked up and it's all cool now.
Ms. Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Yes, you always ask me questions. This was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? I played myself. That means... The silk hat fell off the crime scene. Or at the crime scene. Fell off of the crime scene somehow. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. No, that's not true.
Order, order, order! Mr. Curls!
Yes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of all this? I'm so angry. I'm going to be late for Mahjong for the 7 millionth time and it's all your fault. I'm so sick of you. We're old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh. To be fair, Judge is being kind of harsh to this guy when he acts like every other witness that comes into this court.
I'm just really sick of it. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
What? Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me, and no matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you. Ah, oh.
Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are?
I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth.
You turned into a bratty little kid.
It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene?
What's the matter, Nick?
There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo. What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that.
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. No, I'm not.
Objection!
This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Ms. Von Karma. Ms. Von Karma's protest is useless. Grr.
You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that all right with you, little guy?
Don't talk to me like that, like I'm a little baby. Judge is really mean to Mo. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you'd say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what?
Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things.
For good reason.
Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene?
Yeah. Is it this one? About, like, the footprints? Only the victims is there? Yeah, it's... I could have just read that was a map and not clicked on it. It's this. Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow.
Footprints.
In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. Ah, he keeps reacting too quick for me to even voice his lines. So Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record.
I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came in court in.
Wait just a second. Now what? You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. That's right. You know what, Mo? You stand up to her. Tell us the truth. Because, I don't know, it seems like Von Karma was purposely trying to, like, get you to not tell the truth. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear.
I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better.
It's usually how it goes.
Mr. Lawrence Curls,
Yes.
the testimony you've provided up until now has been false.
It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's
just what?
It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. How interesting.
Order. I will have order. Franziska Von Karma, how could you? I will kill you with my laser vision, and I don't care if you whip me for it.
And I apparently don't care either, Your Honor. If you had heard the truth from the witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have.
What opinion is that?
It's not funny.
That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you saw, Mr. Curls.
Ha! You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell ya. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw. He flew away. Woo! Look at that amazing effect. Wow. This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't have footprints. I know he's probably telling the truth. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right.
Why is she right? You believe the other witness. Why won't you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story.
To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. I've heard of a lot of weird criminals. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright?
I think he's telling the truth. What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up.
Which means that he is telling the truth.
That's what I think.
Nick, wait! That means that Max actually used magic.
Yikes, you're right. Ow!
Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream.
Don't be ridiculous. Magic doesn't exist.
I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. First of all, my brain hurts. Second of all, the criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen.
I mean, we're at a circus. It shouldn't actually be that hard to imagine. Someone's gotta have the talent to do it.
You imbecile.
If you disregard a need for proof, Ms. Von Karma's case is sound. However, I get the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned.
Well, that went... I don't know how that went. Who could have flown away other than Max? Maybe someone we haven't met yet? I'm trying to think of like the talents of the people we've met, and I don't think anyone could jump high. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know.
I saw the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared, like he said.
Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy.
But it looks so effortless for you on stage.
It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. Use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Should have been obvious, gosh.
Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic.
No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks.
Nick, what do we do now?
All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow.
Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker.
To be continued. Huh. Maybe we'll do just like a tiny bit more, I think. Because that was shorter. Okay.
Nick?
What is it?
I've got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks.
Magic tricks?
Yep, magic tricks are, by their very definition, tricks, right? But I can never figure out the tricks when I see them.
That's because the tricks are performed by pros. They do it so you can't guess the trick.
But the trick Pearlie showed me was incredible.
Pearls did a magic trick? Oh yeah, I kind of forgot we haven't seen her in a while. What kind of trick was it?
Let's see, it looked like she pulled the end of her own thumb off.
Huh.
First she put her right thumb next to her left hand, and then just separated. She could move it up and down and everything. It was incredible.
Really? Was it kind of like this?
What? Wow, how'd you do that? Nick, you're like a real magician. See, this is why I just can't figure out magic. I'm not good at it. Especially hard tricks like flying away from the scene of a murder.
We'll take all the fun out of magic if you keep trying to figure it out. What to do? I don't see any way out of this. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
There's no way we can solve the mystery of a criminal flying by tomorrow. I was thinking, do you really think the criminal flew through the air? The only one who thinks that is Mo, right? He says that he saw it.
That's true. Mo looked awfully serious when he said that.
Do you think he might be trying to frame Max?
If that was it, he would have simply said, I saw Max. That would have been enough. There's no reason why anyone would believe he flew.
But what if the criminal really did fly? There's only one person who could do that. Max.
You're really not helping my confidence here, Maya. I feel like it's gotta be someone we haven't met yet, maybe. Unless Regina stood on a bird and flew away. But I don't think she's tall enough to, like, be the silhouette.
Everyone seems to hate Max. Ben, Trillo, Mo. They all have nothing nice to say.
That magician does seem rather full of himself, doesn't he? And he's trying to marry a 16-year-old. If he doesn't go to jail for this, he should go to jail for that. Especially when he says things like, customers only go to the circus to see him.
He even hit Ben over the head with a bottle. But
what?
that doesn't seem enough to frame another person for murder.
And it was proven that neither Ben nor Mo lied on the stand.
Maybe Ben saw the ringmaster wearing Max's costume. Mo clearly said that he saw Max himself.
Let's go to the detention center. Stop by there first. Hi. Oh, my sweeties. You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place? We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there. A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by. And since I'm a famed magician, they said, let's make you your very own TV special.
Really? What kind of TV special?
Maximilian Galactica, The Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live.
Hey, that sounds like it would be an awesome special.
But if I do this special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real. Well, it would surely be an unnecessary addition to your troubles with the law. That's what I was thinking, but the production staff is already working on the show. If you don't get me out quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break. You seem awfully calm about the possibility. I'd have no choice. It would be a contractual obligation. That's show business. Sure. The night of the crime, you didn't happen to fly off into the sky, did you? Here's how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is just not something I can do at will. I don't care what the stoogey clown says, it wasn't me.
Max, is Ben teaching me the trick behind flying?
You'll have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is that I keep my mouth shut. I don't teach people tricks, but I will say this much. It's much harder than you think.
I was thinking about this at court today. I've got a favor to ask you.
Anything for you, sweetie?
Be friends with the other performers in the circus.
Fabulous! A great joke. Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like them?
But
I've won the world stage. I won the International Grand Prix. International Grand Prix? Performers should always look to perform on the world stage. But the performers at this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. That is something that I can simply not tolerate. Ambition, huh?
something about what Max just said rings true to my ears.
Oh my sweeties want to hear all about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest though, I've told this story like 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. We're sorry to make you tell it again. You must not have heard me. I'm really sick of telling this story. But what can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Voila! Here, take a look at this. I just happen to have a picture from the Grand Prix with me. Wow, look at you. Just look at that fabulous stage. That is the first stage that I ever flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted into applause. At that time, I thought to myself that I could die right then and there, and I'd die a happy man. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions, the acclaim.
Wow, you just had that picture on you. In jail.
By the way, I think everyone who is a performer should get to experience that feeling. I just wish I could explain that to the other people in the circus.
It's incredible, Max. I want a trophy too. Hey, Nick, how would you buy me a trophy?
That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Look and learn. That's what you should tell them. Learn how to get thrown in jail? I don't have Max's award ceremony. So, do I have this because I'm actually supposed to show it to everyone? Or is this gonna be an important picture in the trial? It's gonna be this way. I can look at it. I don't know, I don't see anything of interest in the picture. Okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and end today's video there. I still feel like I don't really understand what's going on. I feel like maybe it's someone we haven't met yet. I don't think it's Ben in Trillo, and I don't think it's the clown. Regina's still a possibility, but like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like she could be the figure and jump away. I'm wondering if we have to meet someone else yet, and it'll be like very obvious that they have like an ability. They'll be like, okay, yeah, you could like fly away. Do you guys have any theories? Because I'm kind of stumped. Maybe we'll get a better picture when investigating. I don't know. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!